couple more times.
This is Hilarie. She's trying to keep track of the camera. This is Jamin. He's just trying to keep track of Hilarie. The air travel FOMO has brought them to Bruges, Belgium, one of Hilarie's favorite places in the world.
Good morning, guys. It is our first morning in Bruges, Belgium, and it is every bit as beautiful as I remembered, and oh my gosh, I'm a little overwhelmed, aren't I?
Yeah, Hilarie has been bouncing off the walls for the last few hours since we got in last night.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It is so picture perfect.
Looks like Hilarie doesn't need any caffeine when she's in Bruges.
We kind of have the city all to ourselves again this morning, which we love to go on early morning runs. We've never regretted it. It's always been amazing. So this one's going to be the best one. I know it.
The locks in Belgium apparently are tricky to Americans.
Check out our Airbnb, guys. Come on in. I love it here, specifically so much. My heart is exploding on a regular basis. And this Airbnb is pretty great. It's in somebody's home, so we have the second floor of their home. We're overlooking one of the canals here in Bruges. The ceilings here are so tall, which gives it such a grand feeling. These floors, when you walk around on them, you feel like you are in the original home itself, which I really like that kind of charm. There's a fridge, there's a microwave, and all the coffee and tea stuff that you need. And they've been a wonderful host because we came in like 5 hours later than we thought we would yesterday. All I have to say is Paris trains.
Tune into the podcast to hear all about the train troubles.
The thing that's a little unique about this place is that our bedroom is separate from the living space, and then the bathroom is separate as well. You kind of have to go out into the hallway to get to the living space or to get to the bathroom, and it's just kind of notable because when you're in somebody else's home, you really notice when you're leaving the room. And so every time we have to leave the room, it feels a little disjointed. We have not had any bumping into anybody. It's been very private. That's the word. It's been very private, and we have really appreciated that. So we have this amazing view, this amazing place, and are looking forward to our time in Bruges. What do you think, baby?
It's pretty incredible. We are at the Belfry. You can actually get tickets and climb to the top, and we're going to do that, so we'll have a great view out over the city. We're going to take you with us. It's about 326 steps to the top, so we'll see if we make it.
Well, how long was the run you took us on today?
It was, 6 miles?
6.82.
6.82 miles.
But who's counting?
And I felt every step of it.
It would appear Hilarie is.
This place is so beautiful, you don't even care. You just keep moving and seeing all this beautiful stuff. Belfry Tower was so cool, and one of the things that I thought was the most interesting to me is the many different ways that they use bells in medieval times. They use it to start the workday. They would use bells at lunchtime. They would use bells whenever they closed the city gates at night to keep everyone safe. They used bells to celebrate, so a lot of times when you hear the term ring the bells to celebrate, they would actually do that. If there was a fire in town, they would ring the bells to alert people, and they had all these different types of tones that meant different things. The bell tower is also a really cool place to look out. You can also see engraved in the bell tower that they have the different locations where you can see, if you look that way you see Paris, and if you look that way you see Bern, Switzerland. It made me feel like I wanted to cry, but I've wanted to cry ever since I got here because I am so overwhelmed with emotion, and it's just one of my favorite places in the world. And even as we were climbing the bell tower, getting to hear all the different languages and people saying danke and thank you and merci and grazie and all these different languages happening right here, and everyone is so kind here. I think that might be one of the things that also gives me such wonderful emotions here in Bruges, is that people are kind and thoughtful and considerate, and I feel that every time I engage somebody.
That's what happened to the piggy who went to market.
Jamin said, we should buy me some flowers. And I was like, okay.
We stumbled upon a chocolate shop. Verichex or Vericheeks.
Guess life is a box of chocolates.
Almost like a orange cream popsicle with caramel in it.
This one, some kind of fruit on it. Yeah, so it's dark chocolate, lemon jelly, like a little lemon sugar jelly on the top.
I don't know why I keep smelling these.
They all smell like chocolate.
Mostly, yeah.
Very astute observation.
Not the pure milk chocolate. With praline aftertaste.
Chocolate Rice Krispie. It's basically like a rice cake. This is health food.
That's the dark chocolate. That's my jam. I love dark chocolate, and I love crunchy stuff, so I like this. Except, there's no marshmallow in it. I thought there might be. You're right, it's like a health food.
Alright, we're gonna turn the camera off so that we can eat all the rest of this chocolate.
And they did.
Behind me is the Basilica of the Holy Blood. It's a really big deal here. It is said to contain a vial of the actual blood of Christ, and that's kind of why it's a big deal, is because of that relic. There's actually also a basilica of another saint. I won't try to say his name.
Way to quit while you're slightly behind, Jamin.
There is a museum. The museum costs to go in, but entry to both of the basilicas is free, and so we're gonna go check them out. This is hot chocolate. So they bring you the warm milk and your piece of chocolate to then melt milk.
Done in true Belgian chocolate style.
So you're just gonna drink your chocolate now.
We are here at House of Waffles in Bruges, not to be confused with Waffle House. I have the banana bonanza, which is a Belgian waffle, powdered sugar, bananas, chocolate sauce, and whipped cream. And then we also have to share a savory option, which is a Norwegian. It has salmon, cream cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. The salmon is really nice, and then the cream cheese and lettuce really do make it savory. I've never had anything like that on a waffle. I've had chicken and waffles, but that's usually pretty sweet too because of the maple syrup. There's not really anything sweet on it, it's all savory.
This is the Brussels version of the waffle. Pretty much anywhere you go, we haven't seen syrup on any of them. The waffle is very light and flaky, and then the blueberry has a little bit of a tartness to it, which I love. Cream, really good. But honestly, the blueberries are like, make it all so good.
I'm sure it's gonna be really bad, but I'll just get through it. Chocolate's a little dark, so you get that little bit of bitterness, and then the banana and the whipped cream and powdered sugar are really sweet. It's good.
No waffles went to waste that day. You know Hilarie found something dark. Here's a torture museum. Glad that's over.
Okay gang, so this is Stephanie and we just took a walking tour here in Bruges with her. It was incredible. We got to hit all of the big sites and see a lot of really cool stuff and learn a lot of really great information. Only thing we'd change about it is we would have done it a little sooner, and so it was great. So Stephanie, how do they take the tour?
If you're interested in booking, you can simply go to walkingadventursbruges.com. That's walking, it's spelled like adventure, but Adventours, and then Bruges spelled BRUGES.com. And you can easily find the Book Now page and book a tour that way.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
One of the things that Stephanie taught us that I found to be really interesting is that a lot of the buildings you can see, like the ones behind me, they have kind of a stair-step look to the top of them. Those are called step gables, and it's really fascinating because depending on how much money you had, you would have more stair steps at the top of your home. When there weren't street names, they would put different things outside the home at the very top so you could find and give directions to people's homes. And so you would see a snail or a cat or different little icons that represented your home. Of course, in our home, it would be swans.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's Fairytale land. All the buildings and the canals.
They spent their last evening taking in Bruges after dark and getting ready for Amsterdam. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Don't forget to listen to the podcast to hear what Hilarie really thinks about Bruges.